It's Yalla Home. Yalla Home with Big Hass.
It is Pulse 95 Radio, Sharjah's first and only English radio station. Big Hass with you guys on a beautiful Monday evening, the 27th of July. Now, I knew about this for the last couple of days. I was super excited to meet her. She's an incredible human being, an amazing content creator. I wanted to say this before I even, kind of say salam to her. I bumped into her, reels on social media, on Instagram about a few months ago. And I felt connected to this real soul, really. Her content is incredible, but it's the consistency and the passion that she puts that attracted me to her content. She goes by the global citizen of the world. She's from Lithuania. She moved from Spain, UK, and here all over. I want to get to know her story. But what's really incredible is she's passionate about what she does. You can feel it in the content. And I want to say this, it's the way she talks. There is a calming, soothing, very, very, very passionate vibe about her. Is the one and only Dainora, is it right? Dainora. We're going to say salam alaikum, sister. How are you?
Walaikum assalam.
I want to say thank you for being here. Really, I appreciate you. First of all, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. Still very surreal because it's my first radio interview, but doing fine for now.
Wallah, bless you. Thank you so much for even choosing us. Obviously, look, I got to start with this. I know that you, obviously from Lithuania, you moved to Spain, UK. I want to know how many years you've been here now in the UAE?
This September is going to be 8 years, inshallah.
MashaAllah, 8 years. Wow. Okay, so tell me about before that. So you were in Lithuania.
Yes.
And then you moved to Spain, was it? UK?
Correct. So I was born and raised in Lithuania, then decided to have a gap year.
Okay.
And went to Spain without knowing the language, but already having a job. Because I had some friends there, so they sorted out.
What was the job?
It was basically in the farm.
Okay.
But it didn't last long because the famous 2008-2009 economy crisis hit.
I got you.
And then I suddenly moved to London because I had more friends in London.
Wow.
And
she is a global citizen.
That's why I chose the name, because I felt like this represents me. So London was my big playground, I would say. I learned a lot of things because growing in a small town, it's not even a city, didn't teach me a lot, but when I moved to the UK, things changed for the better, in my opinion.
Okay, that's cool. And okay, so that was Spain. And was it 8 years ago that you moved here?
Oh no, to the UAE.
Yeah.
No, I moved to Spain in 2009.
Okay.
Then to the UK 2010.
Okay.
And we moved here in 2018 September.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so. Were you doing content before moving to the UAE?
Not at all. Even though this account that I'm currently using, I started in London, but it was only for family and friends, like what I do, baking, very few stuff, nothing. I think this account was not even public. It was a private one.
Wow.
But then after COVID, because we lived through COVID in Sharjah, alhamdulillah, I had a toddler. So I was hungry for not only experiences, but I was hungry for like social connection. But at the same time, I was not taking social media as seriously as I am taking right now. And I think that's one of my regrets that I'm kind of having, but it's a blessing at the same time.
So this was the kind of your first, you started posting about,
just my daily things, like what I actually do in real life. So it wasn't even for social media to attract followers or comments. I was just sharing my bits and pieces of my life in the UAE. And then I fell off the train of consistency. I went back again. And now that's where I'm right now. I'm just kind of trying to push through the algorithms and other things that come and go with social media. But Sharjah is like my whole passion, why I am here, where I'm here.
Wow.
So, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. This is amazing. The story itself and how she got into it, we're just kind of scratching the surface. But you're really... you move something in me and in us, people who follow you, at least. I definitely want to talk about some of the challenges you face, what did you dream, aspirations afterwards. But go check her out, ladies and gentlemen, the global citizen of the world. And she is, like, mashallah, she moved across. And the reason why she got into it is very, very interesting. I truly appreciate it. We're going to be right back with our incredible guest in a bit. Do not go anywhere. And if you have any questions, please send them to 4215. It is Pulse 95 Radio. Do not go anywhere.
It's Yalla Home. Yalla Home with Big Hass.
Yalla Home, Big House with you guys. We are back in full effect. I have a special guest in the building tonight. Usually with Yalla Home, we really kind of talk entertainment. I get emotional sometimes. We kind of just have a vibe. But tonight we have a special guest in the building, the global citizen of the world on Instagram, Dainora, who's from Lithuania, moved to Spain, the UK, and about 8 years ago moved here to the UAE. She does beautiful content, really, on Sharjah in the UAE. An amazing human being. So thank you again for being with us, Dainora. So we spoke about the spark, and for me, thank you so much for telling us the spark, because for me, every time I speak about a content creator, I want to know his or her spark. So thank you for saying that. Kind of my next thing to what the beginning, the early beginning, what was the challenges you faced, the hurdles that you faced? Because especially with content creator, you were trying to find your voice, you're trying to find your sound, you're trying to find what people want, you're trying to be authentic to yourself as well. In the beginning, tell us about some of the challenges you faced as a content creator.
I believe first I didn't know where to start exactly, what's going to work, because I never worked with camera, first of all.
Wow.
So what I actually did was getting my first iPhone, because I always had an iDroid and I became an iPhone girly.
Okay, good.
So that was
Welcome to the club.
Thank you. So I cannot go back.
Okay.
But then it was the angles that I wanted to start telling, either Sharjah's story, that the way I see Sharjah through my eyes, through my experiences, and I wanted to translate into something that people relate, or they change the perspective on the specific emirate.
How did you find that? Like, because that takes sometimes years for people to find.
I guess it's because I've been dealing with stereotypes myself prior to coming to Sharjah, so I always passionate about it, because I come from a small city with a very specific accent, and everybody, like Lithuanians, would look down on us because of our accents. Wow. So I had to kind of relearn my own Lithuanian language so I speak grammatically correctly. Then when I moved to London, I did that. After, within like 5 years, I converted to Islam, and then I started fighting other battles because people always assumed I did it because of my husband, but I was single.
Wow.
So then it was always something.
Powerful statement right there.
So alhamdulillah, it was something, and it wasn't like a very huge battle, but it was a challenge of some sort.
But this is what I was telling you off air. Your content is there's realness, there's a vibe, even with your. You said earlier that you didn't appear on camera.
No, I did not.
So okay, I want to know from you, what was it like the first time you actually uploaded something with like appearing on camera? Were you like, tell us of your feelings.
I guess there were definitely butterflies, and I only had like family and friends following me.
Okay.
But then when other people hit the follow button, I was like, okay, so I am on it.
Yeah.
I wasn't just sure what's going to come next. So it was nerve-wracking, but now I'm feeling the consequences, but those are not the bad ones. People sometimes stop me at a shopping mall and it's like, I know you, I went to that place because of you.
Wow.
Or I found...
Wait, how does it feel when someone says that?
When it happened the first time, it was a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, maybe I'm gonna have a bad day and I'll be all grumpy. But then I just realized that I do have an impact, and it's a positive one, so alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I mean, there's an old Bedouin saying, I'll say it in Arabic, I'll translate, إن الإنسان الذي لا أثر له لا حياة له, which means a human being with no impact has no life. And I feel, you're able to impact in a beautiful way. No, I love it. I truly love it. I think Sharjah is also embracing you. I was talking to a friend of mine who's here in Sharjah, and I was telling her I'm about to interview. She's like, oh, he's like, wow, what? Like, I went to so many places because of her. And one thing that you have to know is so many people that live in Sharjah, born and raised here, some places they knew because of you.
Correct.
Someone who's been here for 8 years. Again, I gotta ask you, how does that make you feel? Does it give you the kind of the power to continue to do what you keep doing?
Definitely, because there are some harder days when things are not going well in terms of views and interactions. But then I remember my bigger why. It's not for the time being. It's not only for the follower count, but it's more for sharing the joy that Sharjah brought to me as well. So I cannot be selfish, and sometimes people say, "Oh, let's gatekeep this place or the beach or whatever," but it's for everybody, and we need guidance. So I'm kind of like a digital guide of Sharjah residents and for the old people of the UAE as well.
100%. But also when I see your content, for me, because you come from a global citizen kind of background, right? You have, family in Lithuania, friends in the UK, maybe Spain and all over. Obviously, they follow you. And that's why I think your work is very, very important, because you're also reflecting people who never visited this place, who maybe don't want to visit this place because of what they hear, on their media or whatever it is. So it's just very interesting.
Thank you.
The global citizen of the world. How did you find this this username? It's super cool.
I think after one of the hikes that I did, it just clicked to my mind that.
Okay.
I don't even remember what was my first username, but it was something to do with my name.
Okay.
And then I was like, no, it's not really reflecting who I am, even though I would like to use my name at some point. But the global citizen of the world is like a perfect nickname for me, because I no longer fit in my home country anymore. But at the same time, Sharjah became the second home, together with other countries that kind of formed me into who I am right now, like to this day.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, really, I think we can have a 3-hour conversation with this incredible human being. We're going to be taking a short break with Charles Aznavour, who is an incredible, of course, singer, and be right back. If you have any questions or anything at all, please text us 4215. We're going to be right back.
Yalla Home with Big Cass.
It's Pulse 95 Radio, a big house with you guys. Yalla Home, your drive time show. And Pulse 95 Radio is Sharjah's first and only English radio station. I am really, really honored to meet this, incredible, amazing human being, Dainora from. Am I saying it right? Dainora.
Dainora, perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Got it.
I want to make sure. Obviously, her story is really remarkable. You can find her on Instagram at theglobalcitizenoftheworld. She does beautiful content, really. This is the question maybe your friends and family ask you, and maybe some followers. What has been the closest kind of content to your heart? Like, when I say content, is it, for example, when you cover what's your favorite thing to cover? I think I'm asking.
I guess places that I go, whether it's a cafe, a restaurant that I love, or just like a simple road trip to Horfakan. I like exploring. I'm like a bit of Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
But at the same time...
A bit better, I think. But yeah.
Thank you. But at the same time, I just try to share more of a normal lifestyle.
So like, what attracts you in a place? What when you see or you hear about a place, what gets you, I need to cover this place?
It's either a personal passion, like I love art galleries, I love museums. Maybe it comes with age at the same time, but I always look what I can learn from this specific maybe exhibition, or even I don't know, an artist that is going to be now broadcasted.
Okay.
At the same time, I just want to go to places. It's just me. I've been always like this, no matter what was the age. But because there are so many beautiful places to cover, I sometimes feel lost.
I think I wanted to ask you this question from the moment I kind of, got to know your content. The content creating world is challenging because you reach a place, what else I can cover? You reach a place.
Correct.
Do you feel like in Sharjah, you're going to be facing this, this as an issue? Or there's always something you can cover?
I think there is going to be always something that people need a new perspective on.
Nice.
Or something new happening, especially during winter. Summer is a bit a hard time for any content creator.
Cool.
But then we have indoor places, which, save us for 3-4 months. When winter comes, the world is our oyster, basically. We are just trying to get more hours within the 24 hours that the day gives us too. But going back to your question, I believe people always need to be reminded. And that's why I go to the same places as well. And just because I found something new, that doesn't mean I'm not going back to the
Wow,
first place.
So you can cover the same place again.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And it needs to be because people are forgetful, and with social media and the speed that we are going at, it's always a reminder.
If you don't mind, I want to talk about something a bit, personal, and your journey, obviously, from Lithuania to Spain to the UK, here UAE, and obviously you reverted to Islam. I want to know what sparked you. Alhamdulillah, of course we're embracing this beautiful religion. What was the spark with that? I know it's a personal question, but it's a question that I'm sure that will inspire a lot of people. So yeah, what was the spark for that? What led you to light, basically?
There are quite a few leading points to why, but I believe the big three happened to me when I was living in London. It's such a huge cosmopolitan city.
Correct.
Nobody really has a social life except for like working, catching up with a couple of friends, and that's it. Weekend is gone and you're going back to work. And at some point I was always questioning, so why are we here? Do we only work Monday to Friday? Saturday, Sunday we meet some friends, go to do some barbecue, and then, we are again in the rat race.
Yeah.
But then I think when I met some Muslims from all over the world, some tried to talk about Islam, but I was not ready. I remember my colleague who was originally from Algeria, but he was born and raised in France. He came back to Islam himself as an adult, and he was so passionate in a most beautiful and passionate way. But I think at that time when he tried to talk to me, I was not ready. I was a bit maybe too stubborn. But then I met one person who gave me 3 leaflets, and one of them was about women's rights in Islam.
Okay.
I did not throw those leaflets. I don't know why. They were in my room on a bookshelf until one day I got sick, and then I was like, let me look into this.
Wow.
And then the whole journey began because one question led to another. I jumped on, of course, YouTube. I was like, why people convert? Like, I was genuinely curious. And when my friends found out that I'm getting very much into Islam, they were like, do not do it. This is going to be the worst thing that can happen in your life. And again, I wanted to prove them wrong.
Wow.
So it always goes back to...
It feels like it's something in your DNA.
I'm very stubborn. I'm extremely stubborn, but it always pays off. And I was against everybody, to the point where I didn't even really care if they leave me on my own. I knew I'm gonna be fine.
Wow, subhanAllah, what a powerful will you have.
Alhamdulillah. So that one thing led me to another. Then I kept meeting the right people who happened to be either reverts or Muslim born people who were born into Islam. And then at some point I was like, I've learned too much, I cannot go back.
Wow. Alhamdulillah. Wow. You just you got me happy and emotional at the same time, because God has His own ways to obviously to guide people, and it's beautiful that the way He guided you. How subhanallah. How would someone who's following you right now see your content evolve in 3 to 5 years, let's say, And again, I'm asking this because I don't know if you're planning the content or no. I'm asking you this because I want to see you win. I want to see you be consistent. I want to see you representing, Sharjah and our voice in a beautiful way. So, what's the plan here for you?
I believe I still want to add a bit of my voice and my personality, including with some personal but not too personal stories, because I also feel that people want to connect more with the content creator, not only the content itself. Because with the AI rising and everything being super aesthetic, I feel we need human touch. It can be a little bit messy, it can a little bit more raw, but at the same time, I don't want to overdo it because UAE gave me such a beautiful opportunity and I still want to focus on that at the same time. So it's going to be a bit of both.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to work out how to position it, because now with summer camps, no schools, it's a hot mess at the minute, but I'm hoping from September it's gonna go to another level, inshallah.
Inshallah. I got to ask you about this. There is an incredible soul by the name of Her Highness Sheikh Budur. Yes. We have so much love and respect for her. You've met her?
Yes, I have met her a couple of times.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. I don't even know how to describe her.
Let's try.
Noor.
Let's try. Yeah, her light, for sure.
The light she has, I cannot even explain it. She has something that no words can explain, in my humble opinion.
I actually get you, but there's no words.
No.
I get what you're saying. You know, I've had the pleasure to connect with her as well a couple of times. She is one of the voices that are truly important in our culture. How was that for you when you met her?
It was a pinch moment, that's for sure. But at the same time, I think I even lost my English. I don't know what I told her, and she gently held my hand. That took me to another level.
Bless
but I'm also very, very inspired, because as a woman, you need other women inspiring you, and
100%.
Whatever she touches, it becomes golden.
Oh
mashallah.
my God, man! You know, wow. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Listen, towards the end, I gotta say this: you're obviously an incredible human being, a content creator, a family human. Does it ever get in the way? Like being family and being content, how difficult it is? Because so many people want to maybe do that, but they're also, you know, I wouldn't say struggling. It's a challenge. You need to be passionate. How does that go with you?
I would say, as long as you have a supportive partner, like I have a supportive husband.
Shout
He
out to
does
him.
not understand social media, by the way, but he's there for me.
Bless him.
So, alhamdulillah, we are working. But of course, there are always going to be challenged, because you do have family or a friend or maybe multiple children. So do not give up. Just do not give up. You need to find your bigger why. Because if you only want to focus on followers, that's not gonna be sustainable, unfortunately. 100%. So find your bigger why. There will always be challenges no matter what you do. But as long as you are passionate and consistent, which is very important, you will make it work.
Bless you for that. I think this is what attracted me to your content. Your consistency, you kept showing up. At least on my feed, you kept showing up. She's there. And it felt like, you know, I got to just hit the follow button. I just got to do something. It's just, you know, beautiful in every single way. Listen, I want to say thank you, you know, to you, because you accepted this, and we're so proud of this. I'm so proud of this interview, because we are Sharjah's first and only English radio station, and we have happened to have a beautiful, amazing voice like you. I think my last thing would be, what's one thing you would tell a content creator right now, he or she, who is lacking that start? They're just not confident enough to start. They don't know how to start. What would you tell them? Because your story is really relatable, especially to people like this. This is a person that you didn't get in front of the camera. You didn't come from this background. You just wanted to represent. You wanted to prove people wrong.
Yes.
So she had a purpose. What would you tell them if they're struggling to find their why?
I would say you also need to identify why you're struggling. Are those perhaps your friends and family that are following you? Perhaps block them.
Wow.
Or open a new
Love that.
account and see what it takes. Because at this point, do you have something to lose? Not really. I don't think so. And one of my biggest regrets that I have is not to have started this account when I just moved.
Wow.
So take it.
I mean, you guys should see her face when she said that.
Really?
I connected with you when you said that. She is real. The global citizen of the world on Instagram, an amazing human being, somebody with so much, you know, just passion. We're towards the end. What would you like to say at the end? Anybody listening, you know, to anybody listen, what would you like to say?
I would like to say that there is always a different perspective, no matter what you have heard, no matter what you have seen. Unless you have seen with your own eyes, you need to also come, like, I'm not trying to promote Sharjah, but I am, because I'm a Sharjah girly, and always try to open your heart and mind to new possibilities, new experiences, and new places like Sharjah.
Wow. I mean, a big round of applause to our guest, ladies and gentlemen, Dainora, from you know, Lithuania, via Spain, via the UK, via the UAE, to the world. an amazing human being all over the world. Thank you so much for accepting this invitation.
Thank you so much for having me.
I really, really appreciate it. Go follow her, you guys. The Global Citizen of the World on Instagram. We're gonna be right back. Listen, I'm gonna chat with my guest quickly before she heads off. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much. Thank
Salam
you.
alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
God bless you. We're gonna be right back.